Hello and welcome to Building a Business podcast. This is a show where we embark on an adventure with entrepreneurs across various industries, picking their brains and hearts on what it's like starting, building, maintaining, and growing a small business. Building a Business podcast is brought to you by Virtual Peddlers Marketing, rehumanizing your marketing experience. This week, we are with Eddie Liu from December 1st Florist. Hi, Eddie.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let's get straight to the topic of your business. So, Eddie, how did you come across what business is December 1st Florist specifically?
Specifically, well, it's a flower shop, basically, and we mainly operating on Facebook and Instagram for now, and website maybe in future. But for now, I'm just trying to get the brand to be known by public, not just around my friends. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to.
All right. So as a florist, I understand that there are many types of different florists. There are the ones that are focused in the corporate ones. There are the ones that are focused in maybe consumer end events. What is it that you find that you want to start this off as?
The story is a bit, how to say, I sort of planned. No, okay. Before this, I was actually in the industry for about 4 years, almost 4 years, working in a flower shop myself. Then, unfortunately, the pandemic happened, and I was actually planning to have my own brand at the end of 2021, but yeah, I was retrenched last year about June, or August. Yeah, August. So I have to push my plan a little bit earlier. So it's kind of like a premature thing. So yeah, I've been operating since around September. Yeah.
Okay. So essentially, you were saying that you already have it in plan even beforehand.
It's just in my mind only.
Oh, okay. So it's still very vague. You don't have any plan of it.
Yeah.
And between the time when you were retrenched and the time you decided to launch December 1st Florist,
Yeah.
what transpired? Is what is happening now something that you imagine it to be? Or if you think that if you would have been given time to come out on your own at your own when this plan is when the original plan was cooked up well, would it have been any different?
I don't think there will be that much of a difference. In the sense that I might have my own workshop if it's according to plan. And also a lot of things have changed. Like, how to say? My original plan was to minimize as much cost as possible, so I wouldn't want to have a shop front instead, because even if I have a shop front, I will still have to go on social media to advertise and stuff like that. So I might as well just get a smaller place to operate. And yeah, and also that time that when that idea came to me was I've been working in the same field for about 4 years, so I know how to operate, how to get the materials and all. And it started off with a daydream lah. I'll say that. But when I daydream, I did daydream more quite detailed. Even daydreaming, I was still thought of the name already. Yeah. So when I launch, I don't have to like take time to think of the name. I already know what name it is.
Okay. So let's go to the name, right? December 1st Florist. How did the name come about?
Oh, there's no backstory. It's just my date of birth. That's all.
Okay. So you knew that if you were to start a florist, that would be the name of your company.
Yeah, but it wasn't my first choice. I was thinking, took me about half an hour of that daydream because my boss wasn't around.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was my conclusion after half an hour. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. So let's go back to the idea of costing and having a workshop. At this point, do you have a workshop or are you working primarily off of your home?
Yeah, I'm operating out of my home
Mm-hmm.
for now, and but basically you don't really have to have much space if you are working alone. Uh, Other than having workshops to teach people how to do arrangements and all. Other than that, the space of my bedroom is actually quite enough, and
Okay.
also I don't plan to have a lot of stocks and materials, just the
Mm-hmm.
basic ones lah. So it doesn't really take much space.
Okay.
And, but if I were to have a workshop, then I can do more stuff,
All
like
right.
something like opening flower stands, where the
Mm.
stand is actually like half a body, half a human size already.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're saying that now, in your context of workshop means a place where you can teach classes.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay.
and also for
So,
to visit and to pick up what's available at that day when they
mhm.
visit, like a normal shop front, but it's not really a shop front. I call it a workshop because it's a multi-purpose kind of place.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, but it also the reason why I raised this was that is that essentially training and classes will essentially be part of your business model, right? So you're not only just custom making flowers for certain events or certain customers,
Yeah.
you are also providing classes and teaching people how to uh, what is this called? Do flower arrangements.
Yeah, some hobby kind of skills set lah. Mm.
Okay. In your experience, do you see that as being a bigger chunk of your pie or the part where you actually sell flowers?
I think but the main thing I would do is to sell wrapping flower service instead of classes. I won't be having too much because if I'm focusing on classes, it doesn't make me a florist anymore. It makes me a academy or some sort. So
Yeah.
that's a totally different thing. And
Mm,
sometimes when they say you're good at doing something versus you're good at teaching something is totally different thing.
yeah.
I think I am the one that I'm good at doing it myself rather than teaching
So
for
you're a
now.
practitioner yourself, lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Um,
another skill set.
mm,
Hmm.
okay. So let's move on. Tell us about how your maybe let's say daily or weekly operations are. I assume that you are self-employed and you don't have an employee with you at the moment.
Yeah,
So you do everything yourself.
yeah, correct.
So can you give us like let's say just a rough figure, just a rundown of how is your daily and weekly work like in terms of trying to juggle everything and all by yourself and trying to make deadlines.
I see. Okay, but I'm just starting to how to say I'm still at the phase where I'm trying to reach out to people. So orders are not uh, as frequent as when I'm used to when I'm working before this.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say if there's an order coming in and want it today, so I will just first thing would to call my suppliers whether they have the flower, and get them delivered, or maybe if I can go out, I can just go out and pick up myself. And then after that, all the wrapping works and all, and then then after that it's just deliver out to the recipient of the order. Yeah. Basically, it almost take me about 2 hours lah. Yeah. For now.
From the beginning to the end of one product.
Yeah.
The whole production lah, all the way from, let's say, sourcing materials, up, then making them, getting inspiration, the whole thing, and then sending it out. So 2 hours per item. Okay, so assuming it's 2 hours per item, you think that it will not take long for you to reach maximum capacity on your own, and you will eventually need to hire someone, right?
Yeah, correct. But if this is my operating procedure for now, but if let's say the orders are coming in a bit more frequent, and if I have a little bit more cash flow, I would just invest a fridge so that I can store flowers longer, so that I don't have to always call my supplier whenever there is one order coming in. Instead, I have my stock.
Okay, so at this point, you're still trying to validate the process, trying to like test and see, create a system, making sure the system flows, and trying to understand which parts which you can improve and automate, or invest your money in and make cut short the time in terms of whenever the volume comes in. Right. So let's talk about reach. At this point now, most of the people who know your brand are maybe friends or families or friends of friends. Do you have any, like, let's say, any pre-existing ideas on how to get new people, reach out to new customers, or people who you have never heard of, or who have never heard of you? Sorry. Yeah.
Yep. I am starting to advertise on Facebook and Instagram, firstly. And also,
how has that gone so far?
So far, okay lah. As a start, I think there is 1 or 2 DMs. I think that is quite good. It's not that effective, but then at least there's 1 or 2 that text me, says that I need flower like today, or like whenever it is. 1 or 2 is a good start lah, I would say. But for advertising on social media, it's kind of like a knowledge kind of thing. So there's a certain way lah to work around social media advertisement, and I'm still trying to learn how this whole thing works, because it looks quite complicated. And as simple as it is listed down, like who do you want to target and all, you can choose. But sometimes the result coming back might not be as favorable as you expect it to be. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of try and error. Yeah.
Okay. Any other methods you think would help you gain more engagement or brand awareness than social media?
I'll probably hire some experts. If I really have that cash flow and all.
I guess it will reach a point where, when you think that because we are not all built to be good at everything, right? So we know what we are good at, and we need to understand that we should leverage the things that we are not good at to someone else who can do better at a shorter amount of time and give us the results. And sometimes, as much as we think that, oh, you know what, I also can do this, but everybody also can do it, but how well can you do it is a different thing, right?
It's quite a difficult thing for me to do, because firstly, I don't like to talk to people, like go out and really talk to people. I'm that kind of person that likes to be quiet and sit around just around the corner in a party. So this part I'm trying to learn how to even like break the ice with strangers, and also how to sell your products subtly without being too pushy. All these are actually very useful skills, but also very hard to learn and how to master. So
Yeah.
these are the skills that get your business or get whatever information that you want to get out there. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's a good point from you. So let's talk about the competitiveness of your industry. Do you consider your industry very competitive?
Quite. It wasn't really that competitive until recent years, where the trend of uh, floristry workshops and all these classes are coming in, and then sometimes when you know some skills and then when you practice a bit more yourself, you can actually start your own business from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So in a way, I can assume that by teaching people how to arrange flowers, you are essentially creating
creating,
competitors.
yeah.
Yeah.
But in some way, yes, lah. But then to be able to have your own business from that one or two class is quite impossible.
Mm.
You might, and also when during practice, you have to know the flowers and also know which kind that is not durable and how to work around, and the designing wise is quite personal, but then all the skills that you need so that the whole thing stands up as long as possible instead of like 1 hour, then after that everything crumbles. So this kind
Okay.
of knowledge that you want to know, that those knowledge that you can only get from working in a flower shop kind of field.
Okay. Okay. So in terms, like, we can say that your experience is in a way a competitive advantage against other practitioners out there.
I wouldn't say that lah. Probably, probably I'm not that pro yet, but at least you know, not you don't need to be a pro in order to start a business. You can be a semi pro and when learn when you start your own business and then work along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's most of florists are nowadays.
Okay. Where do you see your business in, let's say, maybe the next year or the next 2 years? I assume that this is essentially a full-time job already, right? It's not something you're doing on the side while you are looking for a full-time job.
Yeah.
Right. So where do you see this um, December 1st florist? Where do you see it in the next year or the next 2 years? How do you envision it?
I don't really think that far away lah. So I'll just probably think like 6 months from now.
Mm-hmm.
If my orders are coming in a bit more frequently, and also the picture of 6 months from now is actually quite blur, because we're in MCO 2.0, and then some say it might extend, some say it might not. So yeah, that picture is quite blurry. But if everything goes well, I might start to do something other than flower arrangements. I might start to have some art pieces, but
Art.
that is something very very different from forestry already.
Define art pieces as in drawings, paintings.
Something like that, yes. But I'm
Okay.
still trying to research on that, and also yeah, and also at the same time, for now, I am starting to venture into potted plants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that is how a lot of people are bored at home and keep buying a lot of house plants.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that quite a big opportunity to dive into.
Okay, so let's just say if budget is not a constraint for you, right? How
Mhm.
fast do you think you can pick up on the potted plants trend and be a part, catch the wave in this trend that is going on?
Less than a month.
Less than a month.
Yeah, I mean,
And
if you have the context of the suppliers that is the price is really nice, I think less than a month you can. If you have a place to store, of course, then less than a month, I think you can easily, yeah, build up your own online business.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. And let's just say if let's dream a little bit lah, right?
Mm-hmm.
If in 1 year's time
Mm-hmm.
and everything goes according to plan,
Mm-hmm.
business does well, um, where do you see your florist company be? What do you see it as? How can you envision it? Best case scenario, if everything goes according to plan, everything is damn awesome.
I would probably be in my workshop already, like
Mm-hmm. Okay.
teaching probably every weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it would be more on teaching rather than on making, right? Oh, sorry. Uh,
Teaching would be probably twice a week. Twice every month because how to say you can't really have a class every single weekend where people come in and out that frequently during this pandemic because we are not getting it under control. But
mhm.
then if let's say there's no such thing as this pandemic lah, so probably also twice a month. I think that would be
Yeah.
quite frequent already. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And just one final one before we wrap up for today.
Mhm.
Since you started this company
Mhm.
until today,
Yeah.
what has been your, I guess, most noteworthy struggles,
Mhm.
problems, that roadblocks you faced?
Basically, I think cash flow is the most troublesome thing when you are not ready for your business, but you have to launch it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and
Cash
also,
flow cash flow as in trying to juggle making ends meet and then starting your business, or cash flow as in just on the business itself?
the cash flow as in I can't dream big on getting a big order
Mm,
or yeah. So how to say it? When you want to do something that is big, right? You need a lot of materials. Let's say someone wants an arch,
mm,
and I don't have uh, enough cash flow to get the materials to get something that big done, and also to
mhm.
store it as well. Yeah, that is
Okay.
that is the main thing lah. And also
Mm,
the second one would be still trying to figure out the target audience, like who
mhm,
are they, like finding out, and also getting lead, and also try to look for potential from lead and stuff like that. Yeah, those are
mhm,
I'm still trying to learn how all these things work.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
that's my second one. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
participating in the first episode of Building a Business with December 1st florist Eddie Liu. Um, this has been quite amazing. We get an idea and the gist of how business such as yourselves start, and under what circumstances were you pushed into this situation, and how you were able to make the best out of what's been going on, especially during this COVID pandemic. Um, we wish you all the best, and we will see you next month again to catch up on what's been going on and what's new struggles, new goods and bads and everything with your company.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before we go, can you would you like to let all of the listeners know where we can find you and what how we can discover you?
I am on Instagram and also Facebook under the name Florist December 1st. Oh, the
Florist
reason why I
December.
put Florist first instead of behind December 1st is when you want to buy flowers, you will search for florist, the keyword, instead of the brand first. So yeah, Florist December 1st.
That's a very good pointer. Dear listeners, if you are looking for, if you're wanting to start a business and you're looking for a name, it does make sense to put the industry or the profession first before the name. So because people search for the service and then the name pops up, so it makes sense to put it in front. Awesome. That's brilliant. All right. Thank you so much, Eddie. We'll see you
Thank
again
you,
next
man.
month.
Okay, see you. Bye.
See ya. Bye.